Good morning, children. So, today I am going to show you the effect of salivary amylase on starch and effect of heat on the action of salivary amylase. And third experiment will have effect of denaturing agent like sulfuric acid or nitric acid or any other acid for that sake on the action of salivary amylase. So, the material required are starch, we'll have a beaker, we'll have some test tube in the test tube stand, we'll have iodine solution, and then we require water, and then we got salivary amylase which we got in our saliva. So let us start. The very first thing we have to make starch solution. So here I take some water in the starch. Here I take some water. And this much is enough. So to make starch solution, we take a little bit starch, add it in the water, with the help of the glass rod we just stir it. So our starch solution is ready. So the very first test what we have to do is to know what will happen if iodine solution is added into starch solution. So I take little bit starch solution, and with the help of a dropper I put few drops of iodine solution, and you can see the color change. The iodine is, I have shown you, that is almost brownish color, and when the starch iodine is added into the starch solution, the color changes to blue black. So this is the confirmative test of presence of starch. Now we have to prepare saliva solution. So for that we have to roll our tongue on the upper palate, so it will produce saliva in your mouth. So it is little bit dirty job, but then the test is test, and we have to add 5 times the quantity of saliva, 5 times of water we have to add. So here we go, this is 5 times. Okay, so this is what you call saliva solution. I keep the test tubes in front of you so you can just make out. So we'll take another test tube, add some amount of starch solution which we have prepared. Remember, for test you should always take least amount. Often I see that children are just keep on filling the test tube. We have to test. Okay, so it is just, don't go for the wastage. So suppose I have taken, it's almost 1 milliliter, so I'll add a little bit of starch in it. And now starch being enzyme, and today it is very cold, the temperature was, morning it was showing 4 degrees Celsius, so it will take time because we are conducting the experiment on room temperature. So this is my test tube. I had to keep it for 3 minutes. So 3 minutes it will be there on the stand. You all know that the saliva contains ptyalin, and ptyalin is an enzyme which works on starch and break it into sugars. So when the starch solution is reacted with amylase, the amylase will digest the starch into sugar. And the test for the starch is that when iodine solution is added in, its color changes, not with the sugar. Sugar's test is not this. Sugar's test is Benedict solution test, that is a different test. Okay, so since all the starch will be digested into sugar, sugar will not give the test with the iodine solution. Hence, the color change should not be there. What color change we have seen in this test tube? Okay, so here the color change you have seen, that is the blue black color. That blue black color will not come when we test it with the salivary amylase action. Okay, let us see what is the action of salivary amylase on starch solution when iodine solution is added to it. Did you find any color change to blue black? The starch gave this color with the iodine solution, and the same starch in which a little bit Tylin enzyme is added, the salivary amylase. Now see, the color change is not there. This is the same color of the starch solution. When added to the solution, it is diluted and its color from this dark brown to it changed to yellowish color. So that means the starch is no more there. The starch is being digested with the help of enzyme Tylin. Okay, so this is the test for the action of salivary amylase on starch. Okay, the second activity one was the test for the starch, and the activity 2, that is action of salivary amylase on starch. Okay, now you are familiar with the action of salivary amylase on starch. Now we shall do another activity. In this activity we have to just heat it. We will see that what happens when the salivary amylase is heated. The next activity is, that is the effect of heat on the action of salivary amylase. So I got this Tom's test tube. Remember, I had taken Borosil test tube so that it may not damage on heating, and now I am heating it. And you can see it is boiled, it is boiling. Okay, that's more than enough. I'll put the spirit lamp off. Okay, so here I got heated salivary amylase, and here I got starch solution. I am adding a few drops of starch into salivary amylase, heated salivary amylase, and let us wait for the same 3 minutes. So it's 3 minutes now. I'll repeat once again what we did. We have taken some saliva solution, heated it, and after the heating, what we are doing? Added the starch solution in it, and now we are putting a few drops of iodine solution in it. And you see, this was the first test when the starch iodine was added into starch, the color change. This activity, or rather I'll repeat step by step. This was my first activity where I added a few drops of iodine solution in starch, and we saw the color change to blue black. So it confirms that when the iodine solution is added to the starch solution, the color changes to blue black. In this activity, what we did, we have taken some starch solution. We have taken 1 milliliter of starch solution, added around half milliliter of salivary amylase solution, and waited for 3 minutes, and then added 2-3 drops of iodine solution, and we see that there is no color change. And now third one, we have taken salivary amylase solution, heated it till boiling. So the salivary amylase is denatured, and on adding starch solution in it, waited for 3 minutes, then we added iodine solution, and the color changes to blue black. So color change of blue black means the starch which was present in it is not being digested with the action of salivary amylase, because the salivary amylase is not containing ptyalin anymore. The ptyalin is being denatured on heating. So 3 activities we have done. The fourth activity again we will do. Okay, so this is the fourth activity. I taken salivary amylase solution here. I am adding a few drop of nitric acid in it. Stir it well. Okay, I take small amount of it in a test tube, add around 1 milliliter iodine solution, wait for 3 minutes. So children, you know that salivary amylase is actually an enzyme which is made up of protein. Salivary amylase is an enzyme which is made up of protein, and we know proteins get denatured whenever it comes in contact with the high or low pH, extremely high or low pH. So hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid which we are taking is having very low pH. Similarly, very high pH will also have the same effect. And we also know that the enzymes are made up of protein, and protein get coagulated when it is heated. As you might have seen, whenever the milk is heated to above 100 degrees Celsius or so, take small quantity of milk and it will be coagulated. Okay? So the same way. So now in this activity we are taken some amount of salivary amylase. We added sulfuric acid in it or hydrochloric acid, whatever acid you want to add. I taken nitric acid for the sense, and we have kept it for, and then we added starch solution in it and waited for 3 minutes. Let us see whether it is showing the positive test for the presence of starch. So what you can see here, you can see that it is showing the positive test for starch. That means starch is not been digested. Though we added salivary amylase, but it is not digested. Why? Because salivary amylase was denatured when sulfuric acid or nitric acid is added on it. So